Maybe.
Yes.
Guess what today is?
Saturday.
Like sleep in Saturday?
Definitely not sleep in Saturday.
Is there such a thing?
No, I don't think there is really.
Not on the farm. So today is baling hay day.
Yeah. Assuming everything keeps running.
Yeah, we're not convinced, but anyway. So that's what we got going on today. So there's always the to-do before you do. And right now I need to unhook the truck from our dump trailer because we're going to need the truck. It's got to be hooked up to the flatbed so we can stack the hay on it. So that's what I'm going to do is unhook this bad boy real quick so that I can put the cooler with drinks because the hay crew will be here at about 3. And although the temperature's pretty cool so far today, you know, it's hard work. And so people get thirsty. So I provide a cooler full of cold beverages. And then later in the day, we break for dinner. So I'm going to be making hamburgers for my crew. Not everybody treats their hay crew this well, but I think that it's important if you want a good crew and them to come back. Our plan is year after year to do hay, so we want a good crew and want them to be happy, and so you feed them. Why don't we have a tailgate, you might ask? Oh, because one day I was hooking up the trailer and I was needed to reposition. You can't back it up with the tailgate all the way down and it's hard to see. So I raised the tailgate and then I realized that I needed to reposition. And so I pulled forward and had a just brain block for a moment and forgot, oh yeah, I put the tailgate up. So it had a giant bend in it from the gooseneck and it kind of rendered it useless. So that's why we don't have a tailgate. So as I'm ready to hook the trailer up to the truck, I realized that, oh yeah, the last time I used the excavator, I parked it right in front of the trailer. So I'll be moving that. There's no such thing as doing anything quickly around here. And now that I've backed up under the pin, this is kind of a cool one, cool pin. This lifts up, oh, sort of. There we go. And Jeff is winding. I'll move that handle there, and then the leg will pop up.
Violently and make a lot of noise and scare everyone around.
Yeah, so I'll probably not do that on camera. But anyway, yeah, this is the trailer we'll be using for loading the hay on. So that's cool. Gosh, it's a busy morning. So I'm in the riding arena. This is where we're gonna put the hay. So I guess now we're gonna call it the hay barn. And I was smoothing out previously and we kind of stopped. And what we're gonna do is inevitably the bottom layer of hay around here tends to get yucky unless you can put it in a really secure, safe place with concrete or I don't know what you would do to have the bottom layer of hay not get moisture and start to rot. But what we're gonna do to try and mitigate that is I'm gonna smooth this out a little bit more. We're gonna load from the back corner because this area over here, there's no gutters on the building and there's no gutters on the building next to it. And so it gets a lot of rain runoff in through the side and the front of the building. So to do our best to mitigate that, we're gonna put hay in this back corner first and work our way forward. We won't fill this place up. We don't have that much hay in the field this year. If we had cut our own first cutting, then it would be full. I mean, we wouldn't have enough room to put it all in here. So I think they got 1,200 round bales off the first cutting. We lease out our fields currently to somebody else to have the first cutting done, as we're not prepared for that. We don't have the right equipment at this point. So anyway, So I'm gonna smooth this out, and then we're gonna lay some plywood down, and then we're gonna stack the hay when it comes out of the field on the plywood, as so that we get less loss from that bottom layer. Hopefully we get no loss, but probably we'll get some loss. So anyway, okay. So seriously, just one more example. Got in the tractor and forgot. We had loaded the little plastic folding table and a bunch of tools in it yesterday that we had out to put up the wood across the back of the barn. So before I can smooth out stuff, I need to unload all these tools into the 5-bay. So Jeff is helping Ryan fix his baler so that we can have 2 balers running. And I am now done smoothing out the riding arena, hay barn, whatever you want to call it. And now it's time to feed the cows. And it's kind of a crazy hay pile from last year, but we're still feeding our cows because we've had very little rain and there's not much grass growing. So we'll be feeding them all year this year. So there's Ryan and Jeff fixing the baler, getting it ready to go. How's it going?
It's good. We're working on the baler.
Yeah, we think we're done.
Dave and I painted part of it, so we feel like it's ready for the season now.
Nice.
Unplugging it. Where am I unplugging it?
Just disconnect that handle right
So now I'm moving the hay rake up to the front of the property so we can get it parked and unhooked and hook up the baler. So hopefully we can get started. I'm a little concerned. Sun hasn't come out yet. The ground is got a lot of dew on it, and the grass is not as dry as we would like it to be. So hopefully the sun comes out quickly. It's supposed to be like 79 degrees, 80 degrees today. So come on, sun. So I'm actually hoping the guys will unhook the hay rake for me. I brought it up, and now I'm going to try and fix this seat a little bit. Jeff was 15 hours in the tractor doing the mowing, and one of the things that's tough about his condition is he spends his life sitting, and so pressure sores are an issue, and in the 4 years since his injury, he's never had one, which is awesome. Unfortunately, it plagues some people with spinal cord injuries, and they, well, gosh, have even died from them. So he started getting a pressure sore, and as you could see from previous video, if you watch that, this sucker gets knocked around out in the field. It's very bumpy. It's a wild ride, and so that amount of force and friction on his hiney was not good. So he has a little bit of a pressure sore developing. It's probably just, well, it's stage 1, although it's already gotten better because we've gotten him off of it and been treating it. But anyway, so I'm going to attach a cushion to this seat to help him because that is definitely important, the health of his bottom. So I've got some stretchy fabric here, and I've got some Velcro elastic straps, and well, handy dandy scissors. And then I've got a cushion that I'm going to put on the seat. If I don't strap it down in some way, the violence of the field and the tractor is gonna just knock that cushion out from underneath him. So I really need to fix the cushion to the seat because he has to run the baler today. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna try and do this. Yay! All right, so that's the finished product. It's a little primitive, but it's very squishy. I'll show you how the back is. I mean, this is just a very crazy. I used Velcro straps and just cut a hole in the fabric. It's stretchy fabric, and there's a lot of extra under here, so I don't believe it's gonna tear off there. And honestly, it just needs to work for a little bit. Oh, look how filthy it is in here. Jeez. So bless his heart, Jeff is out there unhooking the brake for me. That's awesome. It's not easy. So it's 11:30. The hay crew is supposed to show up at 3, and the guys are still working on the baler. Got the cushion done for the tractor, and now I'm on to make hamburger patties. So I've got my 19 burger patties ready to go. So I'm just gonna cover them with some saran wrap and put them in the refrigerator. So now Jeff is helping hook up, well, he's hooking up the baler. And there's little Dave. He's helping. Here comes Jeff with the baler all hooked up. Gonna get some fuel, and then he'll head out to the field. So I'm cleaning out the gator. I already cleaned out a bunch of junk that was in it that we cleaned out of the bus barn. I'm gonna put this stuff in the bus because it goes with the bus. And before I do that though, gonna air up some tires. Have I ever mentioned that we always have to air up tires when we're doing a project? Ay, ay, ay. Things, of course, did not go as planned this morning. It was really wet out, a lot of dew. So we had too much moisture content. We're really looking for like 14 to 16%. Jeff has a pretty cool moisture meter in the tractor. And so it was at like 22%, 21% this morning. So we needed to wait. So now it's about 3:30 and we're finally starting to bale hay. We lost part of our work crew. 2 guys just, I guess, flaked for the day, and the other 2 guys, brothers, his truck is broke down, so 4 people down. But luckily, our neighbors said they'd be happy to come over and help, and of course, Ryan and Sarah, our dearest friends, they will be back any minute to help, and they got their baler running as well, so hopefully we can get this off the ground as quick as possible because the weather is supposed to turn and it is supposed to rain tomorrow. So it hasn't rained in like 55 days, rained a little last weekend, and of course it's gonna rain this weekend. But anyway, I guess we're happy for the rain, just bad timing. But that's how it goes. I mean, farming is not for the faint of heart. You have to have a really good attitude and be very resilient for this life, but it's good. It's a good life.
If you've not seen how one of these small square balers works before, it's a pretty neat piece of machinery. The pickup in the front is sucking up the hay off the ground, and then you see these forks here that are shoving it over into the bale chamber, and there's this big heavy plunger that's cramming the hay then into a bale. And as it crams it in, it's pushing the bale backwards in the machine. You can see the hay moving there in that chute, and you see that star wheel on the right-hand side that's moving with the hay. The hay is moving that, and it's driving this arm up on the left-hand side, and you see it trip, then it ties a knot in the string and ties a nice tight string to the bale. It's whoever came up with these ideas and these designs was pretty clever.
Been tasked with weighing some hay bales to make sure we're on target. We're looking for 50-pound bales. In my opinion, those are the perfect weight because a lot of people are like me, and I can't deal with bigger than 50-pound bales. A 60-pound bale weighs half what I weigh, so that's a lot. Anyway, so we're gonna weigh this bale and see how it is, and weigh a couple others, and hopefully we're right on target. Ryan's weighing his bales. 54 is okay. I mean, we turn it down a little bit. That would be great. Okay, awesome. He has had several challenges right now. The balers broke down, so Ryan's trying to help fix this one. We lost half our hay crew, so we've got our neighbor Mike over, bless his heart, and then Jeff's dad Dave showed up, which is awesome, and so we're just doing what we can. So the last of the hay for the evening is going in the barn. Gosh, it's about 9 o'clock. The crew is doing a great job. There's not a lot of them, and they're awesome.
And we'll leave you with this random aerial of the farm. Thanks for watching.